PeterBelsky, and I came here in 1962 or 3. Chicago, we used to go skiing in Chicago, and in the spring we all came out to Colorado to go skiing, and Aspen kind of became my next home. Ran into a guy by the name of Gene Reardon. He said, "What are you doing out here?" I said, "I came to ski Vail." He said, "It's not open yet, so you better ski Aspen." After that, I wound up being here, owned property back in, I guess, late 60s. Got together with those bunch of guys. We were all single and having a good time skiing. One thing led to another, including, for some reason or other, it seemed that we liked to go to parties, and that became a official part of the event. Most of us at the time were in our late 20s or so, unmarried, single guys. It got to be kind of a home away from home, certainly for me. And some of the friendships that I've made out here have lasted all these 50 years. And we've seen the Little Nell come and go, or start, and there was no Little Nell. We used to come down here and have breakfast and then go up on the mountain. It used to take 45 minutes to get to the top. If you had to make 5 runs, you had to really work at it. And then, of course, after a while, Snowmass opened up. But some of us just kept on staying here. I remember my buddy Gene would say, "Peter, today we're skiing Snowmass." And I lived at the bottom of Aspen Mountain, and I would say, "Gene, I don't ski Snowmass." And he'd say, "Peter, today we're skiing Snowmass." "But Gene, I don't go to Snowmass." "Peter, today we're skiing Snowmass." "Okay, Gene, we'll go to Snowmass." So that's kind of the way it was. A bunch of guys, got to be 20 guys, 30 guys, 50 guys, seemed like 100. Now we're declining a little bit. It's getting tough to get up on that mountain, and some of the guys can't quite get up there anymore. So we've had to move our wine party down to the bottom of the hill. As a result of that, I think twice as many people showed up, so we may have to move it back up on the mountain just to get back on a good economic footing. What else can I tell you guys about? Where else I mean, the town has changed. We had, there were no malls. Streets where we used to, dinner was at 2 o'clock at night at the old Red Onion. Come in, have steak and eggs, get home at 4, get back on the mountain about 9. It was a tough program, and as the town moved around, we kind of went with it. Originally, the wine party was, you bring the ham, you bring the cheese, you bring the wine, and you bring the toilet paper. And then we got formalized, and we had to get help. And eventually, the whole thing was handled by a committee, and then we had to get the place ready first. And get up there. My major job early on, and I'm so glad that we finally got help, was to bring make sure that there was toilet paper for the event. Big job, and fortunately I no longer have to do that. And we used to go. New Year's Eve was Crystal Palace. And it had to be the midnight show, and then after that, of course, we'd get around the piano and sing college songs, which was, again, but all of that evolved with a bunch of guys starting out. I don't know, it must have been, as I said, 20 or 30 of us to start, and it got pretty big numbers. And then now we're on the other end of it. And if we can get a few guys to meet up on the hill and make a run, that's great. And that's about it.